The rules are simple. Select a random champion, choose masteries, runes and spells that match and start up a game against 5 random AI controlled bots. Then the fun begins. Start a lane and farm as usual, trying to win the game against the 5 opponents before they beat you. The results are then posted in a league. 3 points for a win by destructing every enemy structure, 2 points for a win in any other way, and 0 points for a loss. The winner is then decided from the pool of 3-point champs with the lowest winning time crowned the winner. This is the 1v5 challenge. Hello and welcome to another League of Legends 1 vs 5 challenge. This week your champion is Varus with the skin Archlight Varus with full ADC runes and teleport. Against us we have Ryze, Lux, Renekton, Lucian and Graves. And also will be against Renekton with Ghost and Teleport. In middle lane we're going to start off with just the longsword, as we have a decent amount of lifesteal runes. No real need for the Dorans. Definitely not against bots. Okay, now that's out of the way, a confession. Before we begin, I must stress that although it's a fairly realistic measure of how good each champion is in this sort of mode, Varus is by far and away my most played champ, and probably, in fact it is my favourite champ in the game, so take the result with an ever so slight pinch of salt, whatever it is, and bear in mind that I wouldn't say I'm fairly experienced playing Varus, but it's definitely a champ I play more often than not. You wouldn't believe that there, as I missed the opportunity for First Blood as we start the game. So just recapping the rules: 3 points if I manage to win by destroying all the structures, so that's all the towers, all the inhibitors, and the Nexus obviously. That gives us 3 points. Then we go into sort of like a little league of champs that get those 3 points, and whichever one does it in the quickest time is therefore the 1v5 challenge champion. If I manage to win without getting all of the structures down, so that's by super minions pushing through without me finishing off the towers, or by having to rush through myself if it's a tricky champ to win with, I will just get the 2 points, and of course if I lose, 0. Also the sort of trick with this is to stay in tandem with the outer lane, so if they destroy the towers, I need to make sure I destroy the towers fairly quickly at the same time, so I try and push through. Like I said at the start, sort of take this result with a pinch of salt, whatever it may be, because how much I enjoy playing Varus. Renekton as well is a fairly defensive bot. It seems playing against, you get sort of champs like Ezreal and Ryze who are quite aggressive bots in mid lane. Renekton doesn't seem to be too aggressive. So yeah, we're getting quite a lot of damage away without taking too much, and we can lifesteal fairly easily as well. So it's a case of just trying to hit the minions early on. We're under the 5-minute mark. There's also the passive turret ability that means that if you're under 5 minutes it only takes 50% of the damage, but we have got a bit of damage down there already, and we're going to be over the 5 minutes soon, but still not much sign of any towers going down yet, just farming as much as we can to level 5 as it stands. And we're going to hit Renekton quite a few times, set the Q up. I think he's going to be out of range though. And we do get the chance, as he goes back to the base, to hit the tower a little bit more. We won't get it down now, but still going to do a bit of damage as the turret does some damage to us. But we can use our lifesteal to our advantage. So that when Renekton returns, we are almost full health, and he's going to go straight past us with his E, and there goes the ignite, there goes the Q, there goes the first blood, 400 gold, and that in turn should allow us to get some decent hits off on the tower, which is under half health. We're going to try and clear the minions out of the way, protect towers for a tiny bit longer. which we do manage to do. It's almost a quarter health left, but we're waiting for the next wave before we do any more damage. And we're also out of mana. Varus does eat mana up quite quickly. His spells use a significant amount of it. And so the Essence Reaver will be something we are looking to purchase early on. As Renekton returns to lane as well. Not too much we can do whilst under the tower apart from hitting it. And Renekton is going to try and hit us. We get 3 stacks onto him, slow him down, stop his healing, and one of our own towers has been destroyed. That's the disadvantage of playing against some ADCs. We've got Graves and Lux there in the top lane. I've managed to get our tower down fairly quickly, 7.5 minutes in. Graves is known as a bot. He's quite aggressive early on the towers. He does get them down quite quickly, but we are going to match that, and just over 15 seconds later we're going to get our first tower down, which in return is then also taken down by Ryze in bot lane. We're out of mana though, so we will have to leave lane and go and purchase some more items. And we're going to return into what seems to be 2 as a company. Graves has come to join Renekton in the middle lane to defend. It'll also give us a little bit of a rest in top lane and stop them pushing too quickly onto the tower. We're going to slow Renekton down, get a few stacks straight on him. There's the ult and the Q, and even though blind, we can get that kill away. And hopefully the same will happen now to Graves as the Q comes up. And there is the double kill. There's the 3rd kill of the game with about 9 minutes on the clock. And it gives us a good chance now to go up against this inner tower. As looks like bottom lane and top lane is fairly peaceful as it stands. We've got quite a good wave going on to this tower. You can see my purchases are starting to get quite close to the Essence Reaver. Renekton's going to try and slow us down though. We get that lucky crit doing fairly big chunk of damage. My rune's also allowing me 6% critical strike chance from the off, and also I think about 6% bonus damage for crits. There's the ignite on the Lucian, and there's the kill, and there's the rampage, and here comes Graves. The blind, one of the most annoying abilities in the game, is stopping us from hitting him for the moment, but he will not learn, he will keep coming. We've got 2 stacks on him now, 3, and now 1 more hit. We are out of mana though. I'm going to send our auto attacks his way, but I've got a feeling we're not going to get enough mana in time. We don't need the mana though, we can use the auto attack. And there is the unstoppable. It's 5-4-0. Renekton's going to forward into the bush. We're going to get a few hits away. We're going to get stunned though, and he's going to go slice and dice straight through us. Using his ult, it's causing us a lot of damage here. And we're taking a lot. We can't go towards the Lucian. He's going to run away. As we have the opportunity to lifesteal. We're quite low. We're going to need that chance now. Could be a bad move staying with Lucian, but there's a chance that we are going to take. He's going to chase us back towards our tower, and we're going to play fairly defensively. He's going to take the tower hit twice. We'll keep trying to force him towards us. There's the 3rd tower hit, and we've got the 3 stacks. The Q is available, it's used, and the kill is secured. A stupid bit of play from Lucian there. Not really a clever thing to do. Start tower diving at this stage during the game, especially with that extra bonus lifesteal. And already almost up to about 70% health. Renekton's going to come back for a bit more fun. We're going to keep hitting him as he hits us. There's the stun. There is the E to stop his healing. And there are the final basic attacks needed to secure that kill. Once again, we're low on mana. We will return to finish buying that purchase that was the Essence Reaver that we were going for in a moment, but we can use this Peace and Quiet to start pushing and getting those minions. It looks like Lucian is going to try and join the bottom lane push, and he pays very little attention to it, which once again shows a stupid idea of his. As now we have free reign on this tower. Looks like bottom lane is fine, but top lane is under a bit of pressure. We're going to ignore Renekton as our turret falls, but theirs does as well. 3 stacks on Renekton. Our Q is up just in time. We have a chance to use it, but Rise comes as well. He's going to teleport to right next to me, which is not the best use of that ultimate ability. And he goes down. Lucian is going to take some minion damage as well. They're all just walking towards me, and Lucian has 3 stacks and is very quickly disposed of with the final E. And we will have to watch that top lane pressure as well. Renekton's going to dive towards us, and it's going to interrupt our recall, but that could cost him dear in the long run. He stuns us using his W, and then we get the 3 stacks straight on. There's the ignite, there's the Q, there's the kill. It's fairly simple, and we have a chance to recall back to the base where our tower is still just standing, but we will have that added bonus of being able to use our Essence Reaver. But Rise is interrupting our recall once again, and third time lucky, hopefully, with this recall, as Rise decides to do a little bit of a dance with a minion whilst getting stuck in between the remains of his own tower. We're going to buy the Hurricane as well to give us a little bit more damage, so the crit chance is now 56%. We have the potential to do quite a bit with it. Only 156 on attack damage, but it could be offset by the speed and the crit chance that we have. There go the minions. There comes the ult from Lux. There's the autos doing damage though, and it's fairly simple. Double kill. Lucian's going to walk straight in towards us on his own, and it doesn't look like he's learning. We can now push in this top lane towards the inhibitor towers, and the turrets on our way to do so don't really pose much of a threat, and we get those down fairly quickly and easily, getting that bonus gold and also building up our attack damage at the same time after the purchase of a BF sword and a pickaxe, going towards the Infinity Edge as well, clearing the minion wave and going straight on to the tower at top lane. Meanwhile, the minions have pushed and managed to get that inhibitor in the middle. We get the double kill fairly simply, and the super minions are pushing for us in that mid lane, which takes the pressure off us at the top, with just the bottom lane towers to destroy. Super minion there putting pressure on us. We're going to go across the map and meet up with our troops, which helps us to destroy the first tower in bottom lane, and we can start destroying the second tower, clearing the waves of minions fairly simply and swiftly now as we move on towards an inevitable fairly swift victory. And the second tower looks like it's gonna fall imminently, and there it goes. While the AI bots are focused on trying to push back the top and middle lane, their attention is drawn away from the fact that they are losing on the bottom lane as well. The last inhibitor tower goes down fairly quickly, despite Graves thinking for one moment he might try and defend. He thinks better of it, and now it's just the inhibitors remaining. Clear the minions, getting a bit more gold and helping our minions to destroy the inhibitor. Whilst we destroy Graves, we're going to get slowed down now. Send the E, and it just about reaches the target, which unfortunately is next on our list to to get the looks. And Renekton. Renekton is the luckier of the two. Looks like he's escaped back to the base. Lucian might not be as lucky. There's 2 stacks. He uses his E to get out of the way, which saves him. Renekton, however, looks like he will fall, as will be the fate of the final inhibitor in the top lane. 3 of the bots were down, but now 1 has respawned, which means 3 of them are able to defend. We are going to get that last hit though on the inhibitor, and in that time the middle one has come back, so we'll turn our attentions to that. Send a Q over to Graves, send our ult, and 2 auto attacks is enough. Not needed to purchase any more crit jump as of yet in this game. We're doing enough. And the bonus attack damage of the Runans eating through for the quadra kill. No need to really look at what we're doing. That's the basic auto attacks doing the damage, causing the trouble, and carving through the enemy, as finally Varus takes the victory. The inhibitor is down. Varus claims the win with 3 points.